because from Kobams Asuko, do the right thing. So as Nigerians, it's important for us to do the right thing always and every day. Welcome to Setting the Record Straight on Orange 94.5 FM. My name is Adiolu Buega, your regular host on the show. And again this morning, I will be playing host to two special assistants to the Ondo State Governor. The first is a special assistant and communications to Mr. Governor, Mr. Yinkasa Lad Akintenwa. Good to have you on the show.
Greetings again from me.
And also a regular guest, special assistant on media to the Ondo State Governor, Barrister Benga Akimoyo. Good to have you on the show.
Always a pleasure being here, and a very good Wednesday morning to our listeners at home.
All right. As the name of the show suggests, the title of the show, it's setting the record straight, and the intention basically is to put in proper perspective issues that dominate discussions in the polity, and again this morning we want to do just that. Let's start from the Special Assistant on Media, Barrister Akimoyo. Just in the space of 1 week, two stories went around. The first is that Governor Mimiko is planning a return to Labour Party, and the second was actually credited to the APC spokesman in the state, and that is that Governor Mimiko intends pitching his tent with the APC. Then one is tempted to ask this question. Is the PDP no longer a veritable platform to win an election, as claimed?
Thank you very much for your question. Very interesting. And it's wonderful that you have a program such as this on Orange FM called Setting the Record Straight, because we are continuing in this episode of propaganda from what is now the ruling party at the federal level, but the opposition party here in the state. I was going to give you a kick with my knee when you made your question, because it sounded like it was an error. When you said two stories going round, we in PDP had a snippet, just a snippet of the news, and of course you raised it just before we came on air. But my head rocked back when I hear the continuous lies that tend to come out of the camp of the APC. A party that did not have anything to put in front of the electorate in 2015 in terms of what they were going to do for the masses, have started their rhetoric yet again in Ondo State. What business is it of the APC, where and how PDP are going to run their campaign? On the question of whether we are a creditable platform or force or political party to advertise our candidate Eitaya Jegede SAN, I say unequivocally, without any reservation whatsoever, that there is only one party, one political party in Ondo State as at today. And that is the party led by Engineer Clement Faboyede, the state party chairman. All the other parties, I'm sorry to say, are pretenders.
What makes you think they are pretenders?
Take the main opposition to the party only because they have federal might. That is the All Provinces Councilled party. You can see what is going on, how APC has brought Ondo State politics to the national hemisphere. Look at the front page of the newspapers and all you find is fraud, deceit, corruption, and those are the terms that are being used to describe the APC on the national dailies. We in Ondo State do not want to be in the news for the wrong reasons. This is a state that even the United States of America, the first nation of nations across the globe, were able to give credit to Ondo State as being a peace haven. Somewhere you could come and have peaceful coexistence with neighbors, with indigents, with visitors alike. Because we've enjoyed over the last 7 to 8 years relative peace and security. But the APC are the ones that have turned things upside down, not only in terms of their internal wranglings, but also in terms of the way that Nigerians are today impoverished. Suffering and suffering and suffering. Fella used to say suffering and smiling, but now it's suffering and suffering and suffering. So when you talk about any party that could be creditable or could be advertised or could be promoted, there is only one in the state, and that is the PDP.
But you know, one of the things being talked about, especially the statement from the APC spokesman, that the intention for Mr. Governor to want to pitch a stand with the APC is actually because Mr. Governor needs a soft landing post 2017. What's your take on that?
When you say Mr. Governor, I hope we're referring to Dr. Olusegun Mimiko.
Of course, that's the only governor we have as of now.
This is a governor who has attained, in the space of 7, approaching 8 years, uncountable number of awards and accolades for his performance as a 2-term governor in this state. This is a governor that does not need any soft landing. They talked about Goodluck needing a soft landing, but the man is going around the globe now addressing nations on how democracy should be run. You're talking about a person who is going to be in demand when he leaves office in February 2017. He doesn't need a soft landing. What we're doing is ensuring that the last 8 years and the progress that has been made under Dr. Olusegun Mimiko will be continued, because just like Lagosians are enjoying what they say is continuity and progress and development, we want to enjoy same. So when we talk about soft landing, look, it's again rhetoric and stories that are coming out of the gallows of a party that is sinking, or indeed has sunk. Sunk by their own hands. Nothing. We haven't done anything. We haven't done anything to puncture or to put a hole.
Here?
The same one. All promises cancelled.
I'm not aware of any party in Nigeria referred to as all promises cancelled.
It's not just in Ondo State. It's the nation. Because Mr. President, before he came to office, President Buhari, made at least 81 promises to the nation. And we did a rain check at the 15-month mark. They said 100 days is too quick to assess. They said 1 year is too quick to assess. We're now 15, 16 months into his administration, and we can't see any glimmer or flicker of light at the end of the tunnel.
Okay, we'll still come back to you, Garo. Mr. Inka Salada Quintero. Just yesterday, a prominent former PDP lawmaker, Afolabi Walewa, they camped to the APC. Is that not a sign that the PDP is not really on ground in really where the lawmaker comes from?
Well, again, I love questions like this. Brings me back to the reality of the times. Democracy is a lot about choice. When somebody picks up a party, goes through it for a good number of years, and at a point in time decides to leave, it's about democracy. If the lawmaker you have just mentioned leaves, to God be the glory. The same yesterday, there were ruler balloons, a whole lot of uproar in some other local governments where APC people are joining us in droves. In fact, in Idori, it is as if the whole town went agog.
But we're talking about someone of the lawmaker's
If the lawmaker has any status, he will have returned to the house. It was because he had lost steam. He is no longer a meaningful force in politics. That's why he lost in his coming back to the house. So if an individual leaves, to God be all the glory. Who is behind him? Who are those he left with? In a really, will he put face with our present Attorney General? Will he come face to face with the present Senator? Does it make any sense to ask this former legislator of yours to say he's living all alone when the team, the powers, the movers and checkers of Irele are all in PDP? I think somebody is just giving him a soft landing, if there's any soft landing that he needs, to say he wants to leave APC and the PDP for APC. But taking a good look at the reality of political situation now, what makes an individual think leaving a solid party like PDP for the APC makes sense? With due regards, I want to bring you back to what happened when Pastor Olushola and Pastor Rotimi Akeredolu came into town 2 days back, he was the only one holding the broom. Not even his followers. It was as if broom scarcity hit Ondo State. Nobody was following him with brooms. It's not even in vogue for people to dance on the day of their joy with brooms any longer. It's something.
So much.
No. The definition of crowd becomes relative. If Van Akete cannot have 100 cars behind him, so be it, let him go and run for councillorship. So if he has 100 cars behind him, that does not make him meaningful in 18 local government. The fact is, the people that followed him had no recognition. The crowd didn't symbolize the party any longer.
They were not party members. Rent a crowd.
Some of them will, even if you rent a crowd, rent a broom too. But unfortunately, the issue of the symbol has changed. To the best of my knowledge, the word change is no longer marketable to the people of Ondo State, even to the people of Nigeria. So if Iwalewa, what do you call his name, leaves, to God be the glory, it's democracy. Even if it goes to Agra, there are about 60-something parties. You are free to make a move. But it will be very funny for you to leave a stable party where democracy is entrenched and you join a party where there's Ula Balu.
But do you think it will be of advantage to those states if we are in the opposition?
If we are.
Opposition to the federal government?
No, again, you see, it's not about being in the opposition to the federal government. It's about being pushful. It's about being focused. It's about being determined to deliver. If you get your normal allocation from the federal government and you input your own internal generated revenue, it does not matter where you come from. Because if you get the right thing at the right time, unfortunately the federal government is not even able to deliver as that allocation is concerned. Let me give you a little brief. If anybody leaves PDP and joins a party where at the very beginning of their rush for power, 54 people started, for God's sake, is the place supposed to be student union presidency? Where people lobby from various halls for the form of it, where they think they will have to be build up some ego around themselves, only for them to reduce the thing and get 24 supposedly strong members who want to become governor. This is absolute craziness, the absolute madness. It does not really give room for an individual, for a party to say they are serious. You have 24 people gunning for one post. At the end of the day, you had about 6-7 top supposed members of the place now going into battle. Now we have shambles, we have fraud, we have betrayal, we have backbacking, we have backstabbing in a system that wants to run Ondo State. Ondo State is known for peace. If at the beginning of your emergence you become so confused this way, then something is wrong somewhere. As a person, I think the lawmaker who left probably lost his hindsight. With benefit of hindsight, anybody can say, come, what is happening? What is PDP saying? What is APC saying? What is ABGA saying? What is SDP saying? What is PPN saying? There are various parties. What are they saying at various times? We as a party are saying, let's be democratic. Let's be focused. Tomorrow, let's let there be continuity. Let somebody who knows how to do it with a lot of know-how deliver. And that is why I think he made a very wrong choice. But in the interest of democracy, I bid him farewell.
Okay, naturally,
just one